Setup-wise, to me now, I think with the driver it's easier to stand the ball better because the longer club you're more upright anyway. As the clubs get shorter, sometimes people do sort of crunch up their posture.
Yeah.
Exactly. So if we can make sure we get a nice sort of straight back with irons and the woods, okay, not just with your driver or your woods, okay. So basically with an iron, obviously you can have a bit more tilt with your spine. That's what happens. You don't sort of try and curve off your back to try and drop down lower. And again, we said don't keep your head down, okay. So takeaway before, as you went back on the left hand side, see the club now whipped in a bit sort of behind us here. The club head now is behind your hands. That's going to encourage a club coming in from this direction.
Right.
If the club face is square with that path, kind of like a Beckham free kick. He runs in from here, kicks the ball curves and dive bombs quite quick, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is that sort of quick hooky one you were getting there, okay? What we got to try and do now is swing the golf club a little more towards camera. Okay, so that's straight back towards the camera as good as it gets. You can see that's a different position there to there. And at the top of the backswing where you're a little bit lower here with the club head, not such a full backswing. As this one goes back now.
Oh, it's higher, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Much better position. For someone who struggles with the hook, that's a much better position for you to get that club coming down a little bit steeper. As the club now comes back into the hitting area, we're nice and level with the hands there. If you look at this club here now as it comes back in the golf ball, look at that club is just about sort of blurring now. So the blur just coming into that one.
Yes.
It's now sort of we call stuck behind you a little bit.
Yeah.
So therefore you're reliant now on a flip with your hands. Okay, so if you time that flip correctly, you might get a nice shot in the middle of the fairway.
Yes.
And then 35 points ensues. If that flip is too much or not enough, it's snap hooks, which you said the majority of the shots are, or you might bail on way right when you definitely don't want to go left. So maybe on holes, I don't know, 17 on the button or 18 on the button, where left is a definite no-no. You'll aim probably a bit further right and just sort of go and shove it way out to the right, some in the trees or whatever. So the club coming in from this angle now, the contact's not going to be quite as easy to get as consistently, and the ball, as we saw in that case, just dive bombed low left. This one here now, although the club was a little bit miss at the information given to the golf ball now, we can see the club now has got very minimal rotation and wobbles. We look at the club face as it goes to impact now. You can see a good strike of the golf club right in the middle, okay, and that club now just travelling through there. It was a smidgen low on the club face. But the ball is still firing down the range dead straight, and that's what we're going to try and do. So this time of year now, a ball flying dead straight and runs is going to just keep going, isn't it? Okay.
Yes, yeah.
So we can get that club a little bit more up in the backswing, okay? So it's kind of what we call more in front of you. I think looser with the grip pressure will make a massive difference. Don't squeeze on for dear life. And the thing for me, the grip's got to be secure but loose. It's not just, if we grip it sort of in the wrong position, it will move around a lot more.
Yeah. I've actually had blisters on my right hand.
Which is usually a sign
because I'm gripping it too tightly.
And I probably 99% of people I teach will grip it too tight. So that sort of visualization, okay, how hard do I hold a tube of toothpaste? You actually get a tube of toothpaste at home, hold it as a golf club, okay, and you just sort of feel that grip pressure just getting a little bit tighter. Doesn't need to be that much tighter, but if you had a full tube that was fully full with toothpaste, how much it would take to get that toothpaste out. So we're just gripping it. Not, as you said, when I used to put your finger across my thumb there, it was loose on top there, but you couldn't put it on the hands.
No.
So this part of your hands at the top are just resting on top. That's where the security is. If we're squeezing the top part of your hands, every muscle in your arms and your shoulders get tight, which will restrict a lot of movement there, okay? So arms are going to be dropping nicely in there.
Sorry, just
a
quick question.
Yeah, of course.
Now, I've always gripped my club. Classic, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
But there are people out there who go around like this and hit the ball miles and straight.
The thing with the grip for me serves three purposes, okay? Number one, it's got to be comfortable, which is probably the biggest thing for a lot of people, okay?
Yes.
It's got to be able to create power in the golf swing and return that back to the golf ball square. How you do that to a point doesn't matter. Dustin Johnson, who's world number one, okay, missed the cut this week, but world number one, grips it like that. Jordan Spieth, who could have won this week, grips it like that. Right. So in between him and them, you choose what you want.
You can have anything
doesn't make
under
any
the
difference
sun.
to him. Yeah, I mean, okay, Molinari's got a pretty conventional grip. Tiger was an interlock. McIlroy's an interlock. Molinari's another. So there's different. Exactly. There's different grips. There's different positions. What do you need to do that can hold that club securely in the correct power? Feel comfortable. So I get guys I have come for lessons before. They say they've been for coaching, and I will change grip, no doubt. Okay, if the grip is wrong and it's a fault, we've got to change it. But you often get guys who've gone for lessons, had their grip changed just because it wasn't textbook, and it feels so bad. It may look perfect on camera, and they can swing it okay, but it feels so bad. They got the golf course, and I can't do it. It doesn't feel comfortable. On the golf course, you've got to be able to hold that golf club pretty much what feels comfortable to you, and you work kind of around that. Unless it's really extreme.
For 18 holes, with a consistent.
There's a guy I teach. he's off 20, 21 up here. He's a right-handed golfer. He grips it that way.
Right.
And everyone tried to change his golf. So the first thing I told him when I asked him how long have you been playing golf for, hence the sort of question at the start, he said, 25 years. Like I said, I've never changed that grip, ever. There's no point. 25 years of doing that, you're not going to change it. If it would feel so strange for you doing that, it would feel like you and I going to that.
Yes.
And we wouldn't play golf. It takes us about a year to get anything out of the game of golf. I said, you're playing twice a week with the seniors. You don't want to spend hours practicing. So, and you can still return the golf club back to the golf ball square. Yeah. There's a guy in almost won the British Amateur gripping it left below right. It's not wrong. It's just not what the textbook. Michael Johnson's running style, the 400 metres, wasn't textbook, but it worked. People have all their Paula Radcliffe around with her head down, all sorts. It works. So you've got to look at what the individual does. What's the golf ball doing that's wrong? Yeah. Let's change the fault that's causing that. If it was really grip issue, if you were gripping the club like that and hooking it, I would say, yeah, definitely change it. Yes. You've got to work on that, okay, to a point, okay? But your hands are pretty much conventionally on the club anyway, so where they are, I wouldn't worry about it. So don't just change things just because the textbook says you must do X, Y, Z. But pressure for me would be the biggest thing. Grip pressure, nice and loose and secure. And that club's basically more in front of you. The same, what goes up with that club, the hands can work down. So with the irons, the same thing, okay? We can get up, we can just drop down in. We're not going to be round here and throwing the club out to the golf ball. Make sense?
Yeah, very
good.